We're going through a lot of necessary growth and a lot of necessary changes. It's hitting us like a ton of bricks, but in my opinion, I believe that they're important. Remember I talk about in my previous videos how we have to be able to handle change, how we need to be able to learn how to accept. We need to be able to really learn to own the situations that are given to us. So I think that we're constantly caught up in that need to control something. We're all constantly caught up in that need to be able to find constant validation. And then the fact is that we sometimes just need to be able to just accept what's being thrown at us and to be able to face it. When someone throws a curveball at you, you catch that curveball and you throw it right back. I don't even watch baseball, but my dad does. When life hits you, don't get destroyed by it. When life is throwing punches at you, you better learn how to throw those punches back, because that's one thing that I'm learning constantly, is that I realized myself, and I think all of us really are extremely resilient people. We should be able to empower ourselves in that. My life is meant to throw punches at us, but we must never allow it to completely defeat the purpose that has been given to us in our hearts. Because at the end of the day, if we're constantly destroying what has been given to us, then what's the purpose of living? Then what's the purpose of life? It's not going to be easy always, especially during these times. It's not easy right now. It's complicated. It's a whole giant mess, and we are here to clean it up. And that is our duty as human beings of the society, is to constantly be able to fight back and fight hard now more than ever. We're all strong, we're all human beings, and we're all here to battle this battle that's called life, because we have this. It's our duty to protect one another. It's our duty to not give up. It's our duty to be able to stand up even in the hardest of time. So let's all be a resilient people, because we have the capacity, we have the strength, we have the courage, we have the energy. It lies right here in our hearts, and we need to be able to learn how to use it, because for a very long time we've been taught not to, and I'm telling you to do it, because I do it every single day, because I used to think that I wasn't anything. And the things that I've been able to accomplish in my life have not been little. If it has not been for the thought that I'm good, I'm amazing, I'm awesome, and I'm going to get through these hard times, and I'm going to punch life in the balls. Because the last thing you want to do when life is throwing curveballs at you is let yourself get hit and let yourself get defeated. If you see someone else who's down, you pick that person up, because that person needs your help. Because right now, we can't afford to lose people to be able to have this. We cannot afford to let other people down, especially during these times. And the moments that life wants to get you down, it's the moments when you have to be the strongest. It's the moments that you have to really close your eyes and say, you know what? I'm going through this hard time right now. I'm going through these battles, but I'm not going to let it defeat me. This sucks. This is painful. This hurts. But at the end of the day, don't let yourself get defeated by where life has to throw at you, because how else are you supposed to grow? How else are you supposed to get through life if it's not going to be by curveballs? Sometimes you are going to get curveballs that are going to hit you, and they're going to hit you hard. But you know what? If you're able to get hit and you're able to throw it back even harder than what it hit you with, then you're living, then you're growing, and then your purpose is going to be accomplished. Dream bigger than you ever dreamed before. Right now, it's time to dream big. It's time to think big. You know why? Because we need to prove to the rest of the world that we can change these bad circumstances that have been handed to us. We are not going to allow ourselves to get defeated by one person. Do not let yourself get defeated. Remember this. We must pick ourselves up. We must keep ourselves going forward, because at the end of the day, life is not meant to be easy, and that's something that we all have to understand. I've gone through obesity. I've gone through rejection. I've gone through coming out of the closet. I've come through being bullied my whole life. I've come through losing my job. I've come through being in a sexual relationship. I've come through being depressed. I've come through all of those things in my life. But you know one thing that I realized, and I realized from my therapist, and that is, look at how many times I was able to get myself back up. Look at how many times I was able to keep going forward. Look at how much I learned from these circumstances. So I encourage you not to let yourself get defeated, because all of these things that are happening don't define who you are, and they never will. You're going to deal with those things by getting yourself back out of bed, grounded, and saying, you know what, my life is not where I want it to be right now, but I am going to defeat this depression. I'm going to defeat this anxiety. I'm going to defeat this breakup. I'm going to defeat these emotions that are holding me down, because at the end of the day, I have a life to live. I hope you get this message, and don't forget to follow my videos on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Much love.